What does A3 stand for in Lean? In this video, I'm going to explain the A3 format and really try to untrip us up. Like, let's not get too worried about the format. Let's focus on the concept. And I think it's really going to do a good job of helping us get comfortable with it. So where can you use it? And what's the concept behind it? That's what we're going to cover right now. In Lean methodology, an A3 refers to a specific problem-solving tool, and it's also a communication tool that takes its name from the ISO 216 standard paper size, which is commonly known as an A3. The concept really here is, and the reason it's called an A3 is that all of this information is on one page. Ideally, I have seen A3s with multiple pages, but not entirely sure that was the intent. The idea is to get everybody to see. Now remember, all Lean tools, processes, and systems are seeing systems. Everything with Lean is here to get people to see, to know, and to act together. So an A3 is no different. It allows you to problem solve and communicate on one sheet. So when you see these sheets, and let's say you have a problem, well, actually I'm going to cover this a little bit later as well, but if you have a big problem, where you're like, we're not going to do a quick solution on this, we really need to dig deep, or if you have a strategic goal that you want to deploy, or any problem that you might be facing, you will probably want to consider an A3. So let's go through the components right now. Number one, the problem statement on the A3, and that's typically formatted right on the top left. And what it will do is clearly articulate the problem that you're facing so that people don't have to wonder, oh my gosh, like, what is it that we're doing? The problem is written there, it's well articulated, and it is accurate so that you know you're providing the right solution. So that's the first thing, is your statement of the problem. Number two is your current state analysis. This provides the context. What is happening right now? What are the conditions? What are we seeing? What is the data, right? What led up to this? Like, what caused it? Describe, okay, you have a problem, but describe what is the current state. Number three, your goal statement, meaning, okay, here's your problem, here's your current state, but what do you want different? Like, what do you want to actually see as a positive outcome of this problem solving and communication method? Define the conditions of satisfaction. What would winning look like? Number four, do a root cause analysis. And typically you'll do the 5 whys exercise where you're like, okay, here's the problem statement. Why? Okay, why is that true? Why is that true? Why is that true? Why? Keep asking why and digging deep and find contributing factors and then identify the one root cause. Once you do that and you know your contributing factors and your root cause, you'll have more information that is telling you or helping you to know, and the people you're communicating to, what is going on, what caused this from the origin. Number five, propose countermeasures. And this is what I really like, whether it's budget or schedule or time. I like to see option 1, 2, and 3. You know, what is cost, schedule, benefits? What you're doing here is you're going to frame a picture. You're going to propose countermeasures that the team can use to make a decision together. This is really great. So A3s can be partially filled out up to the countermeasures and then meet as a team. Or if it's already gone through and there's a proposed solution and a plan of action, it can be reviewed by the team. Or if it's already filled out 100% reviewed and approved, that can be sent out to communicate what is being done. But really, in most cases, I like to use A3s where the different countermeasures can be considered by the team and a decision can be made with that team. And speaking of working as a team, one thing that I'd like to do is ask for you to comment below, how do you best like to use your A3s? Do you like to make the decision together? Do you like to take it all the way to the end and then get it approved? What format do you like? I'd love to have you send me the formats too at jasons@elevateconstructionist.com, or even give examples. But I love this concept, and I really want to hear from you. So once you list your countermeasures, and whether or not you involve the team at this point or not, but I do recommend you do that, you're going to decide on a plan of action. There's a number of countermeasures that can counteract the contributing factors, and it's got to counteract or fix the root cause. But you, as a part of the team, will decide, okay, these countermeasures or this countermeasure makes sense. This is my plan. This is what we're going to do, and you'll write it right on the A3. Number 7, in a category that's described as follow-up and evaluation, what you're going to do there is describe what a positive follow-up would look like. And you can even put in there KPIs or other measurements that would indicate that your plan, according to the countermeasures, are working to fix or resolve the root cause. You haven't even gone out to implement just yet. You're literally just saying, hey, if we implement this plan, how will we know if it's successful? So that follow-up and evaluation is going to give you that criteria. That way it's not just subjective or guessing or based off of happenstance or I guess it worked, you know, because based on your plan, you've already written down what the success criteria is for it. And lastly, reflection and learning. There's got to be better templates, easier ways, better ways to communicate. You'll try to make this a habit instead of like some really big task that you're freaked out about. And so always improve on the process. Now, once you have the A3 done, you can, like I said, use it to implement a strategic goal, to solve a problem, to communicate to a team. Whatever the case may be, you're going to use this document now to communicate and go solve the problem. And so what I thought would be really cool in this video is to list some things that I have seen A3s used for. Number one, evaluating problems that might exist as a part of a process or a system. Number two, using them as a part of the IPD process, Integrated Project Delivery, with the design team, the design assist contractors, the owner, to make key decisions as a group and not in a silo. And so to make decisions as a group, we've got to see it on that one page. So I see A3s being used all the time in design build and IPD contracts. They're used generally by the design team and the general contractor in the design assist phases, whether it's design build or CM at risk, where we want to make major decisions and communicate that to the key stakeholders so that everybody can weigh in and a decision can be made. I've seen A3s be used when making business decisions, which I love. If you got a huge business decision, I always default to either an A3 or the Tony Robbins decision maker method, which I can show you if you ever want, but it's really fantastic. I'll use either one depending on the situation, but it's fantastic for business. I've seen them be used for strategic planning in the business where you might have, hey, here's my thematic goal for the quarter or for the year, and then the defining goals, the things you want to go do, may be best structured as an A3 to then implement. When there's complex issues on the project site that you really just need to gather the team around, help them visualize so you can make a decision faster. And I've also seen them be used for schedules, for major decisions. And one of my favorite things is I believe tact planning, pull plans, and the last planner system are literally like your A3s for scheduling because it combines all that information into one visual where the team can identify and discuss and solve problems and see the full picture. And so like I said before, I want your killer formats. The first person to send me their awesome killer format and possibly hopefully even with an example, I'll post it to this video, give you credit, and I'll shout your name far and wide because I just love using these things. And every A3 I've ever used for my employers in the past, that's intellectual property. I had to leave them there, so I have no ability to keep my past examples. And at Elevate nowadays, it's very specific to our consulting. So I'd like a project-specific example, and we're just asking for you to send it in the comments below or reach out to me at jason@elevateconstructionist.com. But A3 thinking is fantastic. I want you to see it. I want you to love it. If you use it, you'll speed up decisions and you'll have a more bought in and collaborative team. On we go.